Hello again. From this calendar, Monday, 23 August 2025, I got contact say I still being companion, not should, I still be international, should not go away. Contact say still on this case actually. For progress about the case supernatural, which meaning by internet ID 6661 ka discovery meaning. Context actually already near for their status identify. Definitive Indonesia country, my domicile address. A guy context said is actually being blundered by them for their orientations seems for make groups criminal international kind of mafia contact say actually being recognized also on United States of America for their groups, which meaning also internet ID 6661 ka discovery meaning include on that investigations and definitive kind of match for the conference internet. Want to make sweet court by internet about case supernatural. Definitive very crowd on this day. Confirmation say I'm definitive right actually for my statement internet. Suspect definitively fixed about groups from Indonesia country. That include also governments and their syndicates or meaning also local groups. Already being alibi actually, and I need to be stuck in here for May next particular or conference to get my money also. Since last night actually, but kind of lazy for me the conference again because actually I already made conference on yesterday, kind of twice I made it, and I'm being pushed again. That's what I mean. But on this moment morning, going to evening also, I'm being explained contact still happening. So definitive I'm being struck by my government actually. Definitive suspect identity similar with my conference, but kinda confusing also because seems goes to international. Context on this morning, I need to make the directions again, but about Indonesia country and suspect actually. So can be matched for following about internet ID 6661 for discovery because actually already similar with international treatment actually. Confirmation said internet 6661 ka discovery meaning being bluff for made struggle case to international or on orientations to get international.
Untuk bekerja sekuat-kuatnya dalam segala lapangan dengan gembira untuk meruntuhkan musuh yang jahat.
Meanwhile also said actually international, which meaning by internet ID 6661 for discovery meaning already domicile address in town Medan in neighborhood town Medan, residence of internet ID 6661 for discovery meaning. No need to very far away to international connections so chasing about the case or connections. Confirmation say because actually already fixed for the leaderships, criminal, suspect, supernatural, definitive from local oknum or meaning also Indonesia country actually. I'm being pushed to make the conference again so it can be clear for these coalitions or meaning also we own corporate actually for this case to give money context say name it one colonel need to be here stuck until the progress also so can be understand for about the reward money or about the chasing appointment and case also. Got confirmation for about that on this morning actually since last night also. I hope my English speech still can do on this moment conference because I'm also kind of be companion actually for perfecting my speech also. My confirmation say this case actually already clear, actually already 80% to 19%, and I need to chase for my conference also. Context I'm actually on appointment international with United States of America. Since for about Facebook also. Mark Zuckerberg and also Mr. Donald Trump also. Sir Donald Trump is similar with that for the bachelor degree for Nick about him. And also I got confirmation say also about Landerform International residents on United States of America. And also about Mr. Elon Musk also contact on this morning. Confirmation said this actually kind of complicated but can be resumed also by United States of America. Contact conversations international actually include also country of Iran also since last night. Because say United States of America actually friendships for both sides countries, Iran and Israel. Said my internet 666 actually being approved by them on United States of America, and actually I already being fixed definitive on the blame suspect, which meaning by my internet actually goes to my country, Indonesian Republic. That need to be warned. Context say I need to make next conference for that, so we can be communicate in here, can be understanding here. Say I'm kinda being appointment actually by internationals. United States and also Islam International also, which meaning also country of Iran on the moment contact happening. Said this experience kinda eccentric phenomenon and very shocking because non-predictions for about suspect or meaning also the resources commanding goes on their activity actually from grave, from cemetery and also from local peoples in Indonesia country. God context said they actually include local police and also on to blame for about international Islam also. Say this kind of confirmations also with United States of America. But about Nick ID to ISIS on years before, actually our indications very much to local peoples or about Indonesia country governments include of them also. This actually need to be confirmations to me, context say I'm also need to make the conference report for that. That's what I'm doing on the Islamic calendar. God context say actually there isn't much trouble between international and 666 for discovering. But about the appointment 666, the one for discovering or about giving the reward money case to name in one comment. Just about the case still need to be accompanied by name in one cornell for meaning also keep doing the conference for evaluating the experience happening also calendar by calendar. Context actually my father's also already being companion, already being spionage actually, supernatural for me. So it's actually international alibi for about Arab peoples also, Iran perhaps, and also country of Israel, or seems about United States of America. Very perfect for my perceptions. That's why also I'm kind of lazy for report about the experience going on actually, because also very zone indigo, I mean supernatural kind of prepared for about it actually also. But I'm being content also need to be commitment in here because we're actually in real trouble. Definitely dislike actually, and I'm definitely for the made conference on internet need to be responsible actually. Got contact say about that, and definitely about my parents actually being alibi definitive part of them also. They're actually Indonesian government or meaning also the syndicate suspect supernatural include Indonesian government. They only include my fathers also, my parents also as their groups being loved, being used, being black goat, in the same time also being promoted as their leader also. So this actually common hierarchy from Jakarta, say also about that, already being alibi for about the confirmations contact peoples international, definitely Jakarta international terrorists on this day, because about the recruitment with Internet 666 for discovering case supernatural also, and about the confirmations will meet with them also in Jakarta. They actually Internet 666 for discovering need to make the confirmations local neighborhood to get match about these situations progress alibi. We actually include in Jakarta context Adi Bana Merdeka, fathers of name in one corner. In one session's confirmations actually being approved, being assessments, being confirmations by governments in Jakarta. But in one session's confirmations, another definitive being rejected, definitive non-recognized by Jakarta. Context there seems kind of conspirations together for meaning also case Internet ID 666 one discovery meaning contact supernatural or claim about Internet ID 666 one discovery meaning on this day. Confirmation say for that since last night, yesterday, I got for that contact said actually the mafia, international connections, illegal criminal for supernatural suspect goes to United States of America as the chief or the leader's mafia. But suddenly confirmations progress said actually there's need to be clarification also because actually we already sure the leaders or about the chief mafia criminal in here actually goes to Indonesian government. But about what we're talking actually supernatural actually the case which meaning violent and RD 666 one discovery meaning actually confirmation said this actually being blunder, being confused by Indonesian peoples, but definitive already being handled, already being anticipated for the understanding also by peoples of international that include also United States of America or internet global networking social media on this day. But this kind of match actually racing together between our conversation real meat and our status as alibi confirmations contact non-real meat supernatural zones contact puppet touching body happening. Say definitive actually name in one connect kind of confused and need to be keep in here for me the conference estafette actually because for about the internet global connections 6661 discovery meaning actually also already being approved by United States of America that's being backed up also by country of Iran also chasing for the progress and also because about contact confirmations Asia or also country of Israel kind of raising for my ear actually for them. I got confirmation said actually my father's being bluffed but in same time also actually being wondered for about his status definitive trust connections of Jakarta because since yesterday actually our indications for about their communications actually Indonesian national politik with Mr. Adi Bana Ginting or fathers of name Irwan Cornell internet Adi 666 one discovery colleague also include families and already being conversations also by regions Australian peoples or America peoples also white skins and also Asia peoples with families of fathers name Irwan Cornell or mothers names Irwan Cornell also Adibana and Slatina said actually they're both still Bank Rakyat Indonesia actually they're both still Bank Indonesia actually they're both actually still own much nominal money of rupiah in Jakarta but seems kinda fake also say I'm need to make my conference report so can be chased for about next investigations also suspect definitive already match very indications about the Indonesia government want to make conspiracies or betraying friendships together also with Adi Bana Merdeka or meaning also local people's neighborhood in town Medan. They actually already progressed for about local rebellion, want to make their self-territory zone jurisdictions, and definitive they also include for status connections trust of Jakarta. So this actually for about case supernatural also very spare, kind of spare, and definitive communications want to bluffing our case actually. My confirmation say also I'm being discrediting for about my intellectual kind of bachelor. Very funny context say this actually connections case or friendships with dumb peoples, stupid free connections, local or friendship for hippies also in town Medan. But I just very bachelor for about my speech, for about my thought, for about my mindset. That's also I'm being confirmations definitive I'm being discredited for about my struggling case. Not very friendships and definitive kind of freak for friendships also. Okay, I still got this stuff in here. Okay, I'm being coached for about my confirmations. Definitive, I'm being watched. I believe I on alibi for about that also. My next confirmation says for about my mother also, Madame Latina, definitive being attention also by international. Her friendships actually include white skinned peoples from United States, seems from Russia also, or perhaps Australia. I'm not very clear. Canada, Australia. For Madame Latina said actually on money and definitive being advocate kind of coincidence by the RE666 one could discovering. Okay, I'm trying to evaluate again for next confirmations on this morning evening. I cannot remember for something about the contact on this progress. Say I'm actually on dealing a problem or trouble also with Mark Zuckerberg or about Elon Musk also. Said I'm actually kinda colleague families also with their mothers. So there are actually three parties in this progress with me actually. Say for about Mr. Nikola Tesla from Tesla Automotive, and also Mr. Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook, and also Mr. Elon Musk. Context for about that. This kind of necessary say from this morning I'm being pushed to make confirmations again about them actually, because actually this progress also appointment scheduled by them to get meet with me. So I'm kind of family of them. They're actually three brothers, three triple brothers, three triple brother cousins similar with that. They're on different mothers actually, not same for about their mothers. I'm being confirmations actually that need to be conference, that need to be report also, even I kind of busy for about chasing my case for about my internet want to get the moment executions. So actually they think also about them actually. Mr. Mark Zuckerberg and also Elon Musk and Nikola Tesla from United States of America. So the trouble actually for about families or also the status actually on business or case similar with Internet ID 666 one discovery. Okay, I will remake the conference report. Okay, that's also okay. I'll continue for this progression last night. Confirmation since want to back about the police also, local police actually thieving my case actually. I got confirmations that need to be struck actually because on problem for about my claim reward money case also or about my project seems I'm not being approved for that by them actually, meaning I'm just bluffing for my progress actually through about the moment day on future. There isn't a project or about money reward case, which meaning by Internet RA 6661 recovery from Indonesia country, as similar with conference Internet RA 6661 recovery meaning context say I'm definitely being rejected for that by suspect group syndicate connections that include local police or governments also already being fixed, already being confirmations by international colleague Internet ID 666 one discovery meaning, and that actually include about fixing Indonesian peoples or governments with them also as suspect. That's meaning by our case context Internet ID 666 on discovery meaning since 2008 or years before 2008 actually looking for about oknum peoples from Indonesian neighborhood. Say there include also police actually that's on problem or kinda colleague for business and families also with my father, Mr. Adi Bana Murdika. Say I'm actually not important for being attention because also my father's made statement about that with the police also. I need to make the truth actually through this moment progress. So actually that's already been colleague actually already being approved actually by international connections United States of America with alien family. Definitive case on directions situations also for about my father's and his colleague Indonesian governments also. Seems their kind of families and want to build mafia group Indonesians International by voting Internet ID 6661 discovery meaning on this day. Since 2008 until this year 2025. Context say my father's actually also being betrayed by his colleague, which I mean on this moment second confirmations testify. Say actually my father's not full 100% trust connections, friendship or family's colleague with the police or the mafia Indonesians Jakarta government. Actually, my father's judgment mental national Indonesia was to ban being raised by method criminal, supernatural, which I mean on internet. Him commanding goes from grave actually already being fixed, already being experienced definitive Indonesian peoples, then about also perhaps Asia peoples or China peoples or India peoples, similar with that. But kolega atau contact connections alibi white skinned people say actually they're on communications on situations, friendships, ordinary also in the neighborhood of Indonesia country. That think also town Medan with my father's di Bana Merdeka or our colleague can be confirmations about my father's. Said actually my father's is a group of Indonesian government. Definitive being bluffed, definitive being conspirate for about his status as monumental national Indonesia. Being jealous for about my status also as next confirmations, orientations, criminal, kind of like that by them suspect which meaning for about Indonesian illegal governments local each others in town Medan or Jakarta, Java Island also. So this X link also named to Mr. Prabowo Subianto and also Mr. Madam Megawati Soekarno Putri and also others. So this actually kind of families and already being busted by confirmations, Collegia International, alien family self in United States of America. This kind of repeat chronic historical case, millennium past, futuristic beyond. Human commanding goes soon grave. Code 666 in the world, code millennium, code Indonesia, Jepang context definitive match and already being fixed moment by moment. I need to conference about that also on this moment calendar. My contact hearing say for that this actually kind of blunder for about the probability progress or moment next actually, because about that also I need to conference for about the calendar. I got confirmation is similar with that, and also for about my status definitive being bluffed for about my ownership money case actually. Say I'm actually just a single one to international actually without my country actually, even that actually still factions or still groups each other for supporting my case on internationals. It seems kinda military actually from Indonesia or about police also, but already being recognized. Definitive just want to black coating name in one corner as black good or meaning also they actually suspect which meaning by RD 666 on discovering since 2008 until 2025 they are actually doing communications with Arab also Islam International and want to against United States of America, but just in time suddenly supporting America because also in the RD 666 want to discovering want to chase them. It's about the case which I mean on internet also. So I need to conference again for about them also. I will remain it, okay? I got confirmation say also this actually Asia politic or conspirations business marketing also for about Indonesia country. Definitive already yelling by them since this progress also. Say actually name in one corner being center for their both groups between Indonesia country or about Asia peoples also, but already being mediations say actually Arab Islam International already watching for this progress kind of experience for Islam faith supernatural also. So actually they're doing communications with United States of America to make sure about Internet ID 6661 discovering on his domicile country itself, Indonesian Republic. I'm definitely being blocked because about my father's also said from this morning also. The kind of government on Indonesian Republic country that include also suspect which are me since 2008. But about my ordinary job also say need to be conference about that also. Bidang usaha tambal ban and perbengkelan. And then also for about my friendships was to be on not Sumatra University or meaning also since my childhood until I'm growth on this year 2025. Definitely being bluffed by them. They're definitely already being known, already being recognized. Definitely if you look at people's not international as similar with the RD 666 one framing conference yesterday also. Even they are actually also colleague or friendships for next with international also, because this moment era actually already internet, already gadget, Android, that's actually chance for being access actually for international friendship. So actually this kinda confusing, but definitely specific internet 666 one discovering being rejected, being yelling very massive by Indonesians local actually. That's include about his fathers actually, Adi Bana Merdeka. In same times on status as the groups also context they're actually doing communications real meet kind of often between them, Mr. Adi Bana Merdeka and people from neighborhood government, or also for about Jakarta also. So actually our delegations contact cell phone actually in town Medan. Definitive on activity friendship ordinary with Mr. Adi Bana Merdeka, my father's. But context kinda bluff for their orientations business actually, because about internet ID 666 on cross covering or reading communications definitely confusing for about the responsible actually. My confirmation say also about not Sumatra University still scumbag for this moment responsible in case actually. So they actually include as part of Adi Bana Merdeka friends and colleagues also, but being bluffed, being confused to name Irwan Cornell. Actually not being informations to me actually. That's the context also, but they're actually kind of often to be meet actually every day, and just want to make joke context say they want to say actually the situation's case actually just joking by them actually. I got confirmations I'm being jealous actually for about my advocacy case for Internet Global. So this actually problem being yelling each other's by my father's friendships ordinary actually. But they say because about my conference also, this case actually being blown up, kind of exposed and just non-access actually to be escaped by them actually. Suspect which meaning also on status as my father's ordinary friendships. Confirmation say my case actually kind of variable also for status suspect groups each others. Say not just about Indonesian governments or perhaps want to talk about my fathers or my parents actually. But they say actually there is another suspect also need to be confirmed, such as also the ethnic local peoples that's on self-criminal orientations and definitive also on dominant for striking or hegemony to Indonesians politics or about Jakarta actually. They're actually unsafe colleague for their status actually as part of groups actually. Say about Nias also, people from Nias, their own groups criminal also, but the definitive being down, definitive being struck because already being advocate for the case by the RD 6661 police company. I got confirmations into also about Batak ethnic also from town Medans and about the movement also for about the testify also on these progress situations together. Case supernatural human commanding goes in grave. Context definitive already being honestly by them actually the local Batak ethnic, but just not want to responsible for their status actually on problem to Internet ID 6661 cross covering for giving money case to name one colonel also context being rejected by them. That's also include about the appointment agreement buying car by name one colonel since 2018 until 2025 already being testifying also for the responsible groups to Batak ethnic town Medan. That include also people from name one called neighborhood also ethnic Karo or about the local business ordinary also such also ordinary automotive transport in town Medans and the groups names each others actually and also about bidang usaha bengkel and tambal ban also which meaning by the RD 6661 for covering means in 2010, 2012 until 2025. Got confirmations I'm definitive or specific to about them also. Meanwhile also chasing about Jakarta also context because about Mr. Adi Bana Merdeka actually being testified by the RD 6661 for covering. And meanwhile also again say because about also entertainment Jakarta actually say about name Luna Maya also or another artist on Jakarta got confirmation say because about that also actually I'm being chased for being alibi for being a proof about my friend's case on internet only goes to town Medan about local people's neighborhood also and definitely their occasions actually made contact each others for dealing companion criminal together with Jakarta. But they say this actually already being matched definitive as similar with conference internet RD 6661 covering since yesterday to yesterday and I'm definitely going to got my project context that still being chased, still being watched actually context Bank Rakyat Indonesia and also not semata universities BRI 666 usul. But I got confirmation say this seems kinda problem also by them for about the Stockholm or money for begin the project. Actually they just made argumentations, may complain for that. They say I kinda poor persons actually that no need to be responsible for made the project actually. That's actually one reason by them confirmation since this night also, I mean last night also until this morning. Say I need to put my money for make the project happening. They say that's actually confirmations by Bank Rakyat Indonesia and also not Sumatra University and even also context say from Jakarta. Say I'm kinda being bluffed actually because their status actually suspect already being fixed, already being alibi, already being compositions by white skinned peoples of regions from Jakarta or from Australia also, even that's also from local universities in town Medan, Don Bosco, Santo Thomas. Context say they're actually kind of problem each other and already being busted for their premier connections actually to Indonesian government or about frictions, controversies, Indonesia's National Republic Monumental General Adi Bana Pancasila and also General Madam Slatina Anastasia, my mother. I got confirmation say this actually also for mistake or just directions to identifying groups from Asia also. There seems from island of Nias also, Nias Island. Context say there seems want to bluffing international escalations politic by little supernatural by them, but just being confused because being testified also from Jakarta for status as colleague to proving about the existence phenomena supernatural or meaning also they include a suspect with that local people's ethnic also. Island of Nias, they say for them also. Okay, I got confirmation. I'm going to being estafette. That's include also the appointment international 666 my logo, which already being approved and being accompanied by Arab countries, Islam International, and also United States of America, of course, and include also by Asia and also seems include also about Europe or England or Canada also or Australia also. Alien farming international definitive being rise, being exposed, being promoted by the 9666 on the company. Context since last night also all definitive going to become true because internet ID 666 one covering made the promoting or the advocating case basic actually. Ellen Farm International going to own the corporate Stockholm Company International declarations self nationality also money logo 666. This actually sustained conversations with NASA also United States of America through this progress actually 2025 because also in the ID 666 one discovery meaning also. So this actually kind of estafette also for being understands to countries also. Iran or about country of Israel also. So we include conversation together, kind of comprehensive also for about the futuristics moment there also. From this millennium actually also about Islam America for meaning also understanding about the code Shariat Israeli. 666 my logo national bank Arab continent into also Saudi Arabia and also Lebanon and also country of Israel, even also for about the big one on this progress for country of Iran context only on the United States of America actually for made confirmations, clarifications, complaint and argumentations, debate also kind of room with Alien Farm International, but I got confirmation say this actually kind of smooth actually definitely going to be goal definitely on dispensations because on basics already being proof about the claim from Internet ID 666 on discovering supernatural international millennium called satanic human or him commanding rules from grave Holy Spirit destiny from national Jehovah or in this country Asia actually. Okay people, since I'm being suggest to close this conference while because only enough for the reasons this actually just kind of communications needed and we're going to continue again next, but definitive internet ID 666 one can discover meaning not loving us and this context seems from Australia also for about internet ID 666 one can discover meaning or case human commanding goes to grave which meaning by internet ID 666 one can discover seems something about faith also for me or just about agreement I don't know just report for this moment minute can happen. Okay, I understand. I'm going to close this for a while. I want to apologize for my English speech also. I still learn just necessary because this situation's case actually I would say that since my conference yesterday I hope we can be understand each other in here. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah, kun fayakun. Yeah, that's right. I got that from my scholarships, high school or from my college also was to be nothing impossible if we just make our istiqomah or God just made his permissions, their permissions to us. Shalom Christiani, Boris Satya, Om Swantiasu. I hope we can be approved my propositions or about my seat money. Okay. Thank you very much.